Hey everybody, back down at Renue in Puerto Vallarta. I didn't get stem cells this time. I got them, about 2.5 months ago in my back, and that's been phenomenal. They're only now getting into the tissue growing stage. I talked with one of the doctors here the other day, and I've been talking about on the show the fact that deadlifting, even pretty heavy at high reps, doesn't click, not painful anymore, and we haven't gotten into the completion of the tissue building stage. I had a Myers drip this morning, and then I had an NMN. That's the NMN in here right now. I brought down my life group leader and his wife, dear friends of mine. Mark and Brandon came down with me. And you know this guy right here, Zach Abraham, came down. And I'll talk to Zach in a second. And met some viewers, listeners of the podcast for dinner last night. And Steve Anderson, the managing director, bought dinner on behalf of Zach. So Zach's got to buy the street tacos tonight because that was a promise. So he's getting off easy. But so far, our friends have had treatment, heart scan. One of our friends got a lower back thing, just the same thing I did. And you had lower lumbar done.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's so much easier than I would have thought. You know, like there's so many people dealing with these kind of things, and I'm still on the younger side of it, but you see these things kind of creeping on you over time, and you just think, if I can put an arrest to this. And then I think talking to the people down here too, the bios, like how many people have had the treatments, how well they've worked.
Yeah.
And then when you see the facility and all the different, I mean, if nothing else, you come down here just to feel really good.
Right.
You know, even if you don't get the stem cell treatment, there's other stuff you can do. But yeah, I'm a believer.
Yeah, and you haven't got results yet. I mean, your thing was yesterday, so you get.
Yeah, but I'm optimistic.
Right. Yeah, and I don't know about you, but when I first healthcare in Mexico. No offense to Hector who's filming, it's like, well, America has all these myths about healthcare in Mexico. I'm sitting in this place, and like, I felt like I got better treatment at that hospital next door, and I go to a pretty good hospital in Idaho. Without
question. It's the easiest medical situation I've ever had to deal with, and the cleanliness of this is the best medical experience I've ever had.
Yeah.
Full stop.
Yeah. And I'll ask Mark and Brandon if they'll maybe talk in video after they get results, etc. But the personalities, the technology, we've been talking about the stuff coming to North America. Guys, it is not the same. And let me give you, some of the things I've learned this morning. That they're talking about these allographic stem cells. We've talked about this on the show. It's shipped from wherever. These guys experience loss of stem cells walking them across the hallway, right? And it doesn't mean it's going to harm you, but you don't want dead stem cells in your body. That could be harmful, right? You don't want anything that's necrotic in your body. So they can experience a loss of cells walking across the hallway. How many cells get lost when they're shipped across the country and then stored in some chiropractor's office? All right. Here, they looked at his stem cells the morning they were going to put him in his body to go and assess the quality. And that's not to mention the hyperbaric chambers, the IVs, all the other follow-up that they do here. That's not being replicated in the States at all, right? And that gives me a great deal of confidence down here.
And if people could know too, like I was saying, you get out of it and your back is a little tight afterwards, but I'm not dealing with any discomfort here that my back has not caused me on its own. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so just the thought, like I know for a fact there's a lot of people not doing it because they're worried about needles and all that kind of. If you're dealing with back pain or chronic pain like this, man, it's so easy and so painless relative to what you're dealing with.
Yeah.
It's a no-brainer.
Yeah. And one of the listeners as viewers down here is he was a retired combat operative, and he was a Marine, right?
Yep,
U.S. Marine, and he's doing multi-joint work down here in hopes of staving off surgery, which I hope he does get to stave off because he's actually serving our country now with ROTC and helping the students and helping them become good men and good women. So another great experience in Puerto Vallarta, Renue.healthcare. And by the way, we're going to get you an update on Diane. We've been praying for her in ALS. There's a video she did. In fact, we can link to that here. And you could watch a woman who's dealing with some stuff far beyond what Zach and I are dealing with. So thanks for having us down. We appreciate it every single time. Thanks, you guys.